students, I'm going to discuss with you the poetry from Flamingo. The poem goes like this. Far, far from gusty waves, these children faces like rootless weeds. The hair torn, their pallor, the tall girl with her bowed down head, right? The paper seeming boy with rat's eyes, and the slaved, the stunted, unlucky heir of twisted bones, with their furred father gnarled disease reciting from their desks. And of course, they are the heirs of the twisted bones, reciting of father's gnarled disease, his lesson from the desk. At back of the dim class, there is one unnoted, unnoticed young boy, sweet and young. His eyes lives in dreams, that of squirrel games and treehouse and many more such games. The second stanza of this poem goes like this. On sour cream wall, donations Shakespeare's head, then you can find cloudless of down. Civilized dome in the whole cities, blade troilus valleys, flowery valleys, open handed map, awarding the world its world. And yet, for these children, these windows and not the map is their world. Their world where all their future painted into a fog. Their future is not bright. Their future is confusing, full of despair, full of disappointment. Because unless and until you have money, your future cannot become bright. Unless and until you have free mind, you cannot study well and you cannot achieve what is unachievable. So in this poem, the poet says that the children, the poor children living there and studying in these schools, their future is not bright because they have to face a number of problems of life. They have to face the opposite circumstances and they do not find it very easy to cope with these problems. If they have one food items on their plate, they lack other. If they have bread, there is no butter. If they have rice, there is no vegetable. This is the fact. This is the harsh fact. This is the harsh reality. So, sitting at home studying these poems, we must not be like the fanciful creature of fanciful imagination, but we must know the harsh reality of life that there are millions of children around this world who are deprived of even 2 meals a day, who are deprived of even the basic amenities of life. They don't have even potable water to drink, they don't have even 2 times a meal to eat, they don't have a roof over their head, they don't have people talk to them, they don't have any type of knowledge how this world is so authentic, so rich, so mesmerizing because their days starts with the smoke and their days ends with the fog. There is nothing apart from this. So these children are very easily pawned to the society. The children are the victim of the society, and the society throws them out like rootless weeds. As if the society has nothing to do with the future of these children. Because the society, the so called rich elite society, it looks into them as if they are the thieves, they are the burglars, they are the children of criminals. Again, this is the fact. Now come to the third stanza of this poem, Surely, Shakespeare is wicked. The map is a bad example, with ships and sun and the stars of words. And these words, the ships, the sun, don't have anything to do with the life of these children. The lines written by Shakespeare and the person like Shakespeare who does talk about only good things, only the bright side of life, only the optimistic things. These things have nothing to do with these children's lives because these children don't know about valleys, about sun. Sun means hope. Sun means good dreams. Sun means a way to live life in the best possible way. These children don't know how to spend their life because if they try to hold one thing, the other thing slips from their hands. If they try to catch one thing, the other thing slips from their hold. So these children are nothing but like a mockery on the face of this earth. They are like the mockery, they are like the fun for the other people. And the next line, if you see, for these, for lives that slyly firm their start, their cramped bodies from fog to endless night. Their life is from fog to endless night. Here, fog means confusion. Here, fog means confusion which is being created by poverty. And endless night means the despair which will never come to an end. The despair which is always there, which keeps on hovering over their future, over their mind, over their heart. And why this despair is there? Despair, disappointment, all these are only because of their poverty, because they are poor. Because they cannot paint their future with bright colors. That's why their future is being compared with from fog to endless night. The next thing which is very, very important is that in the first three stanzas of the second poem of Flamingo, the poet talks about the poverty, the ugliness of the life in slum area. But in the last stanza, the poet says that these children should oppose. These children should tear out the maps, which is a bad example. And they should try to find out their own life through the despairness, through poverty, through confusion. Let me read the last stanza for you, which is the fourth stanza. Unless governor, now dictator and visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon them lives like catacomb. Break, oh break open till they break the town, and show these children to green fields and make their world run azure on gold sands, and to their tongues run naked over books. The white and green leaves open, history those whose language is the sun. Now see, we can see that in this stanza, that is the last stanza, the poet tells the children of the slum area to become revolutionary, to revolt against the harsh reality of the rich. That the map is a bad example, the poet is telling them, directing them to tear the map. And the poet wants us to show these children the valleys, the sand, so that their tongue may run. Their tongue may talk about the words printed on the books, and their tongue may not talk about the problems of life they are facing. The children want to live a life like the other rich children living there around this world. That's why the poet is saying that for governor and visitors and the dictators, They come there but once a year, once every 5 years, when it's time to take vote, ask for votes. They come there, they sweep the floor, they sweep the slum area with brooms and other sweeping equipments, but just to ask for vote. The poet wants to show these visitors, these dictators, and the politicians that don't try to come only once 5 years, but try to visit them regularly. Otherwise, these children, they have their houses, and those houses in the name of arts, they look like catacombs, a grave which cannot be seen because soil is put over everywhere. That's why the poet wants to show the real face to the politicians, to the visitors, to the dictators who used to visit that place, that slum area, once every 5 years. Thus, we find how these children are living in the slum area. In the first three stanzas, the poet talks about the miseries of life, the problems of life, the confusion, the perplexity of these children. And in the last stanza, he urges them, he directs them to oppose, to revolt, so that their lot, their fortune, their luck, their life, their nemesis may change. Thank you very much. In the next class, we'll discuss the question and answer of the second poem of Flamingo. Thank you.